What's up, y'all? Right now, I want to talk about why it's important for a man to have a vision. And to me, a vision could be twofold. Like, one, you need a vision as a man personally on where you want to go or where you want to be in life. And you also need to have a vision on where you want your family to be or your relationship to be. So, let's talk about what is a vision. A vision is basically seeing yourself in the future of where you want to be. Or you can say it's just basically a final destination, right? So for a vision to become a reality, you have to set a plan of action in order to make what you see in the future become a reality. And that's really the gist of what a vision is. A vision is you seeing yourself 10 years in the future, 5 years in the future, 20 years in the future. And it's the same thing for your relationship. So a vision without a plan is just a fantasy. It's just something that you daydream about and that you don't intend to put any actions behind to achieving. That's what a fantasy is, right? But if you have a vision and you set a plan, you actually set a goal. When you set a goal, you give yourself purpose. This is why it's so important. I hear people all the time talking about, oh, find your purpose and blah, 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 right? And it seemed like it's this mystical thing. It seemed like it's just something that's so unattainable that you really got to search and do all this deep digging to find out what your true purpose is. Well, if you set a goal, you just giving yourself purpose. Because every day you get up, you have to perform some type of activity in order to reach that goal. That's purpose. So stop, when it comes to purpose, stop thinking of it as some deep mystical thing. It's not that deep. Just set a goal and set a plan to achieve that goal, and you just giving yourself purpose. I give you an example. Have you ever heard of someone that was on a deathbed? Maybe let's just say they was old, like your old grandmother or something. And everybody was rushing to the hospital because they said this was her last moments to live. Like she was going to die today, right? I know this kind of harsh, but just bear with me. But they said this was her last moments in life. And she said, I ain't going nowhere until I see my son, whoever, my son, Sean, right? And everybody from the family was there. Like, this is the last moment she got to live. They said she only got an hour to live. But John lived 2 hours away, and he on the interstate rushing to get there, right? So an hour passed, 2 hours passed because Sean was stuck in traffic. He gets there 4 hours later. And when Sean gets there, she looks over and she sees him. And then she goes on to glory. But her goal was to not leave here until she saw Sean. So she just gave herself purpose to continue to live until Sean got there. You see what I'm saying? So I know that was like a crazy explanation, but hopefully you got my point. Once you set a goal, you give yourself purpose. You give yourself intent. And this is why it's important for a man to have a vision. Because once you have a vision, followed by a plan of action, you give yourself purpose. That means that you're going to be doing something already before you even meet a woman. And if you already have a woman now and you haven't clearly identified what your vision is, that's the first step. And once you see where you want to go in life, or you see where you want your family to be or your relationship to be, you have to start to put a plan together in order to achieve that goal. Now you have purpose. So if you don't have a relationship right now, start working on your plan to accomplish the goal of reaching your vision and making that a reality. So when you end up meeting a woman, you're already doing something. So when she comes on board, you have something to tell her. She knows you're going somewhere. This is why a lot of y'all women find yourselves in relationships that don't work out, because You meet a man and he ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? He might be doing a few activities that may be fun and enjoyable, but I'm talking about things that'll improve your life or his life. And you notice that your relationship ain't going nowhere because he's not going anywhere. There's a saying that says, as the man goes, so goes the family. So if you with a man that ain't going nowhere, he ain't doing nothing, he can't articulate to you what his plans is to reach his goal of making his vision a reality, you might as well let that go right now because he ain't going nowhere. That means y'all ain't going nowhere, right? So when you're a man and you have a clear vision, you got a active plan to achieve that goal of making your vision a reality. One thing you want to do specifically is articulate that to your woman in detail. Women are about details. If you notice, like, let's say for instance, and they want to know, they want to know, because look, if you look at women and they friends, right? When they friends got something to tell them, what do? They set aside time and space to get the details of everything that their friend is going to tell them. Let's say one of their friends get an engagement ring. They all excited. They want to link up. They go out to eat. And because they want the details of how he did it and what was the scene and what was y'all wearing, where was y'all at, they about the details. So it's the same thing in a relationship. When you're a man and you got a vision, you want to articulate that very clearly and in detail to your woman. So that way she can, first of all, see your vision, because your vision is just in your head. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to paint a picture of your vision with a lot of words, which means very detailed, in order for someone else to see what's in your head. We ain't mind readers out here. Your woman, she's not a mind reader out here. So you got to lay out all of the details and lay out the plan that you have in place to achieve that goal and making your vision a reality, so she can understand why you moving the way you moving, why you think the way you think, and why you feel the way you feel about certain things, because she already know what your end goal is, and she knows the steps that you're taking to get there. That, what I found, it eliminates a lot of problems. That goes back to communicating well. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a great communicator in order to achieve that, level of understanding of what your goals and what your vision is. So ladies, if you meet a guy and he don't have a vision, and if he has a vision and he has a problem articulating to you the details, just continue to ask him questions about his vision and about his goals, about his plans. So that way you will get him talking. And the more he talks about what his plans are and what his goal is, you'll begin to understand what his vision is. And then you can understand what your place or what your job or what your duty is in the relationship to help him achieve that goal of reaching that vision, right? So don't be so hard on men when we ain't that good at talking. And you ain't got to do it in one conversation. What you can do is you can do it over several conversations. Hey, so that plan that you had to do whoop-de-whoop, boom, hit them with a question. It's a subtle conversation, subtle question. You're going to get a great response from, because people love talking about themselves. If a person have a goal that they want to achieve or whatever, simple questions about that, they're going to give it to you because it's about them, right? And it's the same thing in reverse. Man, your women have a vision too of things that they want to achieve. And, get them talking about it so you can actually see what's in their mind as a vision for themselves, so you can help them. You understand? But I want to stay on the men because it's very important for us men. A lot of men, we don't, because we don't have a plan to reach our visions and we don't know where we're going, it's impossible to lead. You want to be the leader of your home. You want her to treat you like a man, but you don't know where y'all going. You can be, if she follow you, y'all could be going over a cliff. You think she want to ride with you over a cliff when it's unnecessary? You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a great leader, you need to have a vision. You need to have a plan. You need to have the specific details of that plan ironed out, and you need to be working on that every day, because that means you're going in a direction that's leading your family or leading your relationship to paradise. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women will relinquish. This is why y'all have a lot of problems with women submitting to y'all and letting y'all lead and letting y'all be the man in a relationship. Is because you don't have a goal. You don't have a plan. Where are you leading them? Nobody's going to follow you if you don't know where you're going. Nobody's going to follow you if you don't know the destination. That's why you need to have a vision, because a vision is the destination. You understand what I'm saying? Like I always say, man, I don't know a lot. I know a little bit. Hopefully this was helpful to someone. If you think it could help someone that you know, please share this video. And y'all have a good one, man. Get your vision, get a plan, and get a goal, and you'll find your purpose. And that's not even just for a relationship. That's for anything in your life. If you're trying to find your purpose, set a goal.